Hello, Shaker Heights varsity baseball fans, and welcome in here to the Shaker Heights High School baseball field just to the west of the Shaker Heights High School itself. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum is on the call here today. The Red Raiders going to be on defense first as we are back here at home in Shaker Heights territory, just as we were on Monday. We didn't call that game against Medina. Shaker Heights played one of the most competitive games we have seen out of them. It was against Medina, though they unfortunately did lose it in the end off of a 7-run Medina inning. And after that, Shaker was only able to get 3 to counter, and so yeah, Shaker ended up losing it 8-4. That was their last time here at home. Their last game, however, that was also against Medina. They had the back-to-back games against the GCC rival opponent. And Shaker Heights did lose yesterday. That was a much more sizable margin. That one came in a 5-inning mercy rule. 17-5 was your final there. It was 7-5 for a second there, and then after that, 10 runs straight off of back-to-back 5-run innings for Medina. And once again, we sit back, and we're going to see your third game of the week here today. Back-to-back games here this week for the Shaker Heights Varsity Red Raiders, and this one is going to be against a different opponent than Medina. Shaker Heights versus Chagrin Falls, the Tigers coming into this one today. As we hear, they're somewhat comparable to the West Geauga opponent, as Shaker Heights was able to take care of West Geauga 7-3 earlier on in the season. Chagrin Falls will be an interesting one to look at. It was a competitive game, that one. That was also a weird little game it was. We couldn't even cover it due to the fact that their campus was much too isolated, so we had to sit back and just watch the game, which, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad whatsoever. It was a fun game to watch because, well, Shaker Heights got the W. 7-3 was your final, with Quinn Malone pitching his greatest game of the season so far. But yeah, Chagrin Falls did sweep West Geauga. They won the first game 2-1 at home. Then they went to West Geauga and beat them 7-1. And now it's just going to be a different kind of situation for Shaker. They're needing to come in, needing to get a victory because, well, they just have not been able to figure things out whatsoever offensively. And right now we're going to have Jeremy Silver out on the mound for the Red Raiders, number 17 on the red jerseys. Red jerseys, red caps, white pants here today for the Red Raiders. On the other side, it's black uniforms with some orange accents and then white pants as well. Not sure why they went with home-colored pants, but what can you do? Black caps to complement for the Tigers. Tigers entering into today 8-9. Shaker Heights, on the other hand, 4-10. Different kind of situation for them. They have won Shaker Heights against not the greatest opponents. They've beaten West Geauga, yes. That one off the mark. They have beaten Euclid and Beechwood, and then Lorraine, just on Saturday. This pitch going to be off the mark as well, getting away from Michael Coxon and into the near side caging behind home plate. 2-0 the count early on against Murray, number 2. Might be difficult to get numbers on the back of the jerseys, considering it's only the outline numbers. That one going to be in there for strike 1. A late call from the umpire, but we're going to get it. Here's your defensive makeup today for the Red Raiders. We've got Michael Coxon catching the balls and strikes of Jeremy Silver, who will once again deliver on the 2-1. Ooh, that one just down low. Out there on the infield here today, Casey Robinson over at first as usual, unless he's on the mound. Aaron Neiman over at second. Andy Berglund at short, his preferred position. Over at third, Sam Luther. Here's the pitch down low, and that's going to walk him on 5. So Murray over there.
Go, Jeremy!
Over at first now with nobody out. 5 pitches down. Nemunitis, the new batter. That one up high. Silver off to a little rough start. Looking to find the strike zone. Just can't find it just yet. Right now he is entering in. Oh, here's the pickoff attempt. Over at first. It'll bring Murray in safely. But yeah, entering into this one, we've Got Jeremy Silver pitching 4 so far. That one off the mark once again. And yeah, Jeremy Silver right now coming into today with a 10.5 ERA. Not the best, but not the worst on the squad. Here's another pickoff throw over to first. Ooh, that was a good pickoff throw. But Murray back in head first once again. Shaker Heights needing that big-time statement win today. They could get right back on track. This pitch away. Here's the pickoff throw over at first. Safe is Murray. Good throw. And yeah, it's a 3-0 count now. Jeremy Silver against Nemunitis. And here's that 3-0. And this one going to escape from Michael Coxon. And it's going to be a 4-pitch walk from the hands of Jeremy Silver. So 9 pitches, 1 strikes to this point. Rough little go so far here for Jeremy Silver. And Simperman, their number 1 guy, steps in the left-handed batter's box. That first pitch going to be in there on the upper half. Second strike so far. Simperman entering into today, 474 average. I mean, he has been lethal at the plate here. Good block by Michael Coxon to keep the runners put. But yeah, Simperman right now, 27 hits on 57 ABs. He's walked 7 times. He's scored 5 runs and hit 19 in. And already we're going to be getting a mound visit here for Shaker. We're going to step aside. Vaughn Ullum on the call. No score just yet here in the top of the first. Jeremy Silver's still in. Though he's had a rough go early on in the first 2 batters. This one off the mark once again. Shaker Heights right now with a runner on first in second. Now this one's going to be skied up out in the center. It's going to be Pevnik under it. He'll make the grab. Oh, here. He'll drop it. Tagging up is Murray from second to third. He'll advance 90 feet and work his way deeper in the scoring position. Double play ball is in order. We'll see if Shaker has the opportunity. Nemunitis still over there at first. Simperman, your first out of the ball game here in the top of the first. Now runner on first and third. Excuse me. Runners at the corners for Johnson. Number 9. Entering in with a 298 average, your cleanup hitter. And here's the kick, the pitch from the left-handed dealer, down low and away. Silver right now up to 14 pitches, 3 of them hitting the zone. Got to clean this up if he wants to go deep into the ball game. This one's sent foul over to the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike to Johnson. Coming in, of course, off the West Geauga games. He went 2 for 4 in that last game against West Geauga. That was just yesterday. He went with 2 singles and a walk. And this one outside as well. Two and 1 the count here to Johnson. 1 away with runners at the corners. Here's that 2-1, and this one fouled back. Nemunitis was heading off to second, but now he's going to need to head back after the foul. Well, first 2-strike spot offered from Jeremy Silver, almost up to 20 already. Right now he's at 17. Again, they would love a double play ball here, but that's probably why they're sending the runner in motion from first. Silver with the pickoff throw. Oh, they've got him beat, and now here a rundown where Casey Robinson going to track him down with the tag. Good defensive play there. Jeremy Silver, a good pickoff throw. Got him fooled, Nemunitis, and there we go, 2 outs. Now a much less tense situation here for the Red Raider defense. Out there in the outfield, something we still need to talk about. Malachi Crane's out there in right field. First time he's played the position this season. Leo Pevnik back out in center with Nate Landover still out. And then Isaac Lazar out there in left today. 2-2 count, 2 away. Here's the pitch. This one popped up foul behind us. Ooh. That one just hitting off the tree. Again, I do not understand the people that park right behind the diamond. I will never, ever understand that. That's the most dangerous thing. There's literally a sign out here on the caging behind home plate that says park at your own risk during game days. And this one off of a marked ball 4.
Get this guy here.
So, runners at the corners once again with 2 down. There will be a force at second if there's a hit into the middle infield. Jeremy Silver through 20 now. 6 strikes, 14 balls. Here's the kick to pitch from the lefty dealer, and a swing and a miss. He got Stevens chasing down low, went fishing for it, but doesn't get anything off the hook. Runners at the corners. Here another pickoff throw. This time Johnson will be in safe. Rant Stevens, as we said, the batter. He's coming off a 1-for-4 day against West Geauga yesterday. He went hitless in the game before that against West Geauga, and this one's going to be lined out into center, and it's going to drop right in front of Pevnik. Here's the throw into the infield, and so there's your first score of the ball game as Murray will work his way in from third on the RBI single from Rant Stevens. Mason Hart now the new batter. Johnson off of second, Stevens following suit at first. 1-0 your score. Here's the pitch. That one off the mark. That was your first hit of the ball game. Brought in the first RBI there for Stevens. Already 3 walks issued, however, from Silver. This one a tapper over to the right side of the middle infield. This one scooped up by Neiman, and the throw on to first will be in time there for out number 3. 1 run coming across off of an RBI of Stevens. The run coming in to score was Murray. 1-0. Chagrin Falls has the lead as we enter into the bottom of the first. Thanks for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum is on the call here from Shaker Heights, Ohio. We're back with you here in the bottom of the first. Shaker Heights already down by 1. Jeremy Silver in that first inning. 24 pitches, 9 of them being strikes, 15 missing the mark. Gave up 3 walks and a base knock to Brant Stevens that ended up being the RBI single. So now here, as we enter into the bottom of the first, due up for the Red Raiders is going to be Casey Robinson, Michael Coxon, and Aaron Neiman, the 3 that we have seen up in the top spots for some time now. So here, Casey Robinson once again in the leadoff spot for the Red Raiders, your first baseman in today's game. Always at first if he's not pitching, unless there's something special happening. Here, a swing and a miss from Casey Robinson, going to be strike 1 up against the Red Raiders. Red Raiders, as we said, up against Chagrin Falls. Black caps, black jerseys. Tigers entering in 8 and 9. Nielsen, the pitcher. And this next one hacked at. That one would have been called a ball up high. This one going to work its way onto the netting above the batting cage to the left of the Red Raider dugout. 1-0 your score. Chagrin Falls on top. Shaker Heights looking to tack on some runs early if they can. Shaker has really yet to play a full 7-inning game where they have been pressuring all 7 innings. This line down in the left field. This one caught by the left fielder, Pribanik. Round number 1, 0-2 pitch cut on, but the contact just wasn't able to find the gap. Michael Coxon to him next. He is today's catcher. Braden White sometimes will be getting the calls to be behind home plate, but this time he's going to be a designated hitter once again. We saw that a lot earlier in the season. And first pitch from Nielsen going to be in there on the right-hand side. Entering into today, Michael Coxon with an average of 308. Earns him 5th best on the squad. And there's the next offering. It's going to be off the mark. 2-1. Michael Coxon, at the current time being, he's got a lot of his hits on the left side of the field, and he's been placing them everywhere. Just hasn't really reached much on the warning track. Here's the pitch, and this one cut on. Sent actually over to the right this time, but it was a little early, and it'll go foul to the right. Yeah, right now, he's only got 1 hit over to the right side. All of his other hits have gone over to the left, and that's 15 hits we're talking about. So 14 to the left or the middle. This one's sent over to the right side, but yeah, once again, going to be an out for Michael Coxon. He has made contact over there on the right side. It just hasn't been what it needs to be for the sake of hitting the gaps and whatnot. And so Michael Coxon now will be taking a seat in the dugout. So first 2 guys go down on flyouts, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. And Aaron Neiman digs in to the left-handed hitter's box. Left-handed dealer is Nielsen, and ooh, that one ruled a strike 1. I suppose on the lower half. Thought Aaron Neiman held up, but apparently not. Lefty-lefty match up to the advantage of the pitcher. Here it comes, and this one's skied up out in the left. Left fielder under it, and Shaker Heights goes 1, 2, 3 on all 3 of them being flyouts. Shaker Heights quick to go down, and their defense needing to come back out to the field. Jeremy Silver had a rough go there in the first inning. We'll see if he can clean things up here in the second. Shaker Heights down 1-0 as we enter into the second. Back with you here through one. Shaker Heights down by one. Chagrin Falls on top 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one up high. Jeremy Silver in that very first inning of play, he pitched 24, that being his 25th. Only 9 hitting the strike zone so far. This one cut on, sent foul. We're behind home plate over on the on-away blacktop. Right behind home plate. Wesley Lewis going to be the man to go ahead and get it. Granted, a kid already on the run. It'll save Wesley Lewis some steps. This one catching on the outside half. That was a good pitch out of Jeremy Silver. Tenebria, the batter in today's game, he is your designated hitter. And this one caught by Coxon, but very much outside. Good take that time from Tenebria. A lot of movement on that pitch from Silver. 2-2, even count. Here's the kick in the offering. That one not catching. Not sure where. Perhaps in tight, maybe a little too elevated, but now it's a payoff pitch, and here it comes, and that one going to miss the mark by a lot. Into the dirt, far in front of Michael Coxon, and it's going to be a 6-pitch walk issued to Tenebria. Make that 4 walks through the first 7, and a hit included in that as well. Prebenk, the batter. Earlier in that first bottom of the first inning, we saw him get a lot of action out in left. He had 2 of the 3 outs. The other one going over to the right fielder. The right fielder today being Stevens. He's the one with the RBI. Now one missing again. Dylan Probanik entering in with a 200 average. However, went 2 for 4 up against West Geauga. Did strike out once, and here's the pickoff throw. Big deal for Dylan Probanik is that he scored 2 of the 7 runs. West Geauga losing to Chagrin Falls 7-1. Here's the pitch. So Chagrin Falls with the back-to-back wins, looking to continue that streak forward up against Shaker, a squad that's been struggling, and with the back-to-back losses against their own rival. And here's the pickoff throw over at first in time. Once again, it's Tenebria. 2-0 count here to Probanik. Only 1 hit up against Silver. Though it's now been, 5 base runners. And that one going to be in there on the 2-0. Brings it 2-1. Probanik, as we said, entering in with a 200 average, and needs to be a lot worse. Earlier in April, we were looking at 100s and lower. This one low. But yeah, he's cleaned up that act a lot more. Worked it to 200 with an OBP of 328. But yeah, only right now with 2 multi-hit games, and that includes yesterday. Here's pickoff throw over at first once again. Tenebria back in safely at first. Probanik up at a 3-1 count. You can imagine he'll have the green light. Silver up to 34. Here's the 5 on its way, and this one cut on and fouled back. Works it back to a full count. Back-to-back full counts. The last time it was Tenebria getting the better of it as Jeremy Silver sent one into the dirt in front of home plate. Silver could use a big win. And now one outside. Back-to-back walks, just like last inning to begin the top of inning number 2. Make it now 5 walks here in the first 8. 5 walks and a hit to begin the first 8. Now Jeremy Silver just needs to settle things down. Newton, the new batter. And now they're showing bunt, and this one, went over the head. Here's the throw on to first. They're going to get him. Over there at first, big time, out that time. As Coxon was able to keep it in front of him. He had to range a little bit over to his left, then made the throw on the first. He got the out of Probanik. They were looking at the steal and bunt situation. but it didn't work out, and so now it's not going to be a bunt situation at all. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 goes your count. 1-0 your score. The Tigers lead the Raiders here in Shaker Heights, Ohio. Here's the pitch. That one low. Keeping it in front once again, Michael Coxon. Man, he has proven himself behind home plate again and again with a lot of different kinds of plays, whether it be blocking in front of him. That one in tight, but it's going to catch.
All day
2-2
right there.
even count. Well, Michael Coxon has already caught plenty of guys stealing second. And that kid's just got an incredibly strong arm for a sophomore entering in as a catcher. Right here, lefty-righty matchup, advantage of the hitter, and this one cut on, and on the one hop, Berglund unable to scoop it up. They're going to hold their runner at third, and yeah, that was a tough play to make. Nathaniel Newton able to start things off with an infield single, and it'll be runs at the corners with a one down. 1-0 already your score. Double play ball is in order here. Shaker Heights hasn't turned two many times this season. That would be a prime time to do it right now. Newton off of first. Tanabria off of third. One down here in the top of the second. Murray, your batter, walked his first time up. This pitch upstairs. Almost domed him. First time up, he walked, later came around all the way to score the first run of the ball game, and your only run of the ball game to this point. Runners at the corners here. A walk would load them up. Here's the 1-0. That one down low again. Shaker Heights knows this is a very, very winnable game, though things are starting off already rough on the defensive side, and offensively, they're 0 for 3. Here's the throw on the first. Do they have him? Ooh, safe. Head first. That was close. Newton just getting back in safely. Already a couple of pickoff throws working out over at first. This one off the mark, wide and outside. 3-0 goes your count here to Murray. Murray already walked his first time. He's patient once more. Can imagine he'll be taking all the way. 3-0, one down. That's going to almost run in and get him. And yeah, Murray going to walk once again. We're going to get time called here, as the catcher Coxon wants to talk things over between home plate and the mound. Gotta wonder what he's saying to him, because right now Silver is just truly struggling. 45 pitches already, 16 hitting the strike zone. On the other side, only 9 pitches there in the first inning, 8 being strikes. It's been a very, very different contest between guys out on the mound. Immunitis now the new bat. He walked, but after that, I believe it was a pickoff throw that got him. But now he's got a bases loaded situation. That first one off target, and the next one going to catch on the outside half. 1-1 even count in Immunitis, entering in today with a batting average of .281. Not a half bad in the majors. Coming off of a 3-hit performance against West Geauga yesterday. This one a swing and fouled back into the caging. But yeah, 3 for 4 with all of them being singles. Right now a single would send across one. He had an RBI yesterday. And this one cut on, sent right to Andy Berglund. They're going to go for the double play there at second. They're over to first. They turn 2 and get out of the second inning without a run coming across. 1-0 remains your score. Chagrin Falls on top, but that can always give your offense some momentum and do up here. Braden White, Leo Pevnick, and Malachi Krantz to get things going in the bottom of the second. Thanks for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum is on the call. Shaker Heights down by 1 here in the bottom of the second. Shaker Heights in a 1-0 game with Chagrin Falls as they enter in, as we said, due up White, Pevnik, and Kranz.
Let's go 11 here.
Your designated hitter center fielder, and again, odd little case seeing Malachi Kranz as a right fielder, but well, he's in the 6-hole regardless, out on offense. Braden White with 2 bombs yesterday, 2 home runs out in the left center. Here's the pitch. That one taken low and inside. Yeah, Braden White, his first one was a solo shot. The next one ended up being a 2-run home run that put Shaker back within striking distance. But after that, 10 straight runs for Medina, Shaker ended up getting mercied yesterday. That one down low. Nielsen to 11 pitches, 1-1 the count to White. 11 pitches, 9 of them hitting the strike zone. Much different kind of ratio than what we're seeing out of Silver here today. Here's the left-handed throw, and once again down low. Out here on defense for Chagrin Falls, we have Hart over at first, Murray at second, Pneumonitis at shortstop, Johnson at third, Newton going to be your catcher here today, catching the balls and strikes. Stevens and Probanik, your right and left fielder, and out in center is going to be Simperman. Braden White in a 2-2 spot. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that one up high. Well, he's consistent with the higher strike zone, or I suppose the non-existent higher strike zone. Full count early on to Braden White, already making him work a little bit harder here in the bottom of the second. Shaker only down 1, and this one's sent through the gap between Pneumonitis and Johnson through to the left field, and Braden White starts things off with a lead-off single. Here in the bottom of the second, big-time base knock here from Braden White. He continues to be hitting the bat just incredibly here this season. Again, not just all power this season. This season he's making hits when they matter, and they're making them all throughout the field. Now Leo Pevnik out in the right-handed batter's box. Nielsen checks the runner at first. It's Braden White. Without a throw, here's the pitch, and this one cut on, missed by Leo Pevnik. Pevnik entering into today, doing better with his bat. He struggled earlier on in the season, but he's been making it happen a little bit more as the season has gone on. They kick the pitch, this one low. Yeah, Pevnik right now entering in with a 175, but it was stuck at a 0 for a while. Or excuse me, can't be a 175. Let me get that rechecked for you. Leo Pevnik 194. And a 342 on-base percentage. This one knocked out in the center. This one too much lift on it, and it's going to go for out number 1 as it's caught by Simperman. Right now out there in Euclid, Shaker Heights softball taking on the Panthers, and Shaker Heights right now in the lead 3-1 after 2 runs already coming in from Eleanor Miller, Juliana Gentili, and Scout Harvey. Harvey once again on the mound for the Red Raiders, already giving up 3 hits. Not typically what you're going to see out of Harvey early on in the GCC games against Heights and Euclid, but so far that's what you're getting. This one off the mark. Kranz back in. Here in the 6th spot, behind him would be Sam Luther, who actually right now leads the team in average because, well, he's 1 for 1 to this point. Braden White back in safely, easily, but the ball going to get away from the first baseman, Hart. Braden White going to take second without a throw, and it looks like that one going to escape out of the field of play. And so, yeah, we're going to get a new play no matter what, with Braden White now in scoring position. 1 base knock, and this one is tied at 1 apiece. Green's entering into today, looking at a 205 average. Got a double in yesterday's game. Good base knock. That worked it all the way to the warning track. Out in right field. Used the opposite field. And this next one down low on Malachi Kranz. 2-0 goes your count to number 1-5. Shaker Heights here today playing their last game in the month of April. then we're going to have plenty out in May, up till mid-May. And then we've got OHSAA postseason season. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, that one in tight and low. Good take from Kranz. Let that one be. 3-0 goes your count. We'll say he's not typically one to hold off, but you can imagine here on the 3-0 that he will do just that. Of course, it all depends really on head coach Stephen English and what he tells him. White off of second. Nielsen checks him over, does a double take, and now here it comes. That one, oh, Malachi Kranz went for the sending the bat over to the Red Raider dugout. He was confident in that being ball 4. It was not. And that one wasn't really that close to being a ball in the first place. But yeah, Kranz was confident, just a little too confident. We're going to do it again now at a 3-1 count. Nobody out here, one out here. And now Malachi Kranz decides to send this one out in the left field. Braden White going to round third, but he'll stay put. Kranz went a little far off of first, but he'll head on back as Joe Welch, the assistant coach over there at first, keeping him close. Runners at the corners, one down. Now for Sam Luther.
Go 1-0. Big 10.
Sam Luther in this one, leading the team in average. He went 1 for 1 with a hit against Medina right here the other day. Struggled last season to really get the bat going, but well, he's off to a solid start if you're starting with a 1,000 average. This one down low. Kranz thinking about it, but he'll let this one be as Newton keeps it in front of him behind home plate. White over there at third. Kranz off of first in just a moment here. As Nielsen started off with 9 pitches in the first inning. Now here in the second, it's up to 14, only with 1 down. Here's the pitch. This one cut on, missed from Sam Luther. Luther had some opportunities against North Ridgeville in that one scrimmage. He went 0 for 3. But yeah, other than that, here in actually the regular season, as we said, 1 for 1 with the single. And here, went down low once again. Got him chasing 2-2, evened up. Excuse me, 1-2. Your count now, 25 pitches now for Nielsen. Nielsen with his 26th in just a moment. He'll check Kranz over. He'll do another double take in this offering. This one skied out in the right center. That one could drop, but no, the running catch made. Braden White going to book it home, and the throw off the money as Braden White will score for the Shaker Heights. First run of the ball game. Evens it up, 1-1 your score here between the Red Raiders and Chagrin Falls. The Tigers now needing to defend as Shaker Heights now tied this one up, and they still have a runner on first in the form of Malachi Kranz. Isaac Lazar, the freshman, digging in. Another kid looking to get the bat going just a little bit more, entering in with a 174 average. This one off target over to the right. Lazar right now with 4 hits through the 23 ABs. Though he has walked just as many times as he has hits. 4 walks, 4 hits. So his on-base percentage a lot better at a 310. This one sent up, popped up. Pitcher getting under it, and he'll make the grab just in front of home plate to take out the Red Raiders here in the bottom of the second. Well, Shaker Heights tied it up. It wasn't the prettiest thing. It wasn't the fanciest bit of baseball, but Shaker Heights got the sacrifice fly out and right and tied it up at 1 apiece. Jeremy Silver and the Red Raider defense getting set to take the field once again for the top of the third. First pitch up high as we begin things here in the top of the third. Jeremy Silver now up to 46 pitches. Excuse me, that's 48. But that one going to be in there. Jeremy Silver's 18th strike on 49 pitches. Jeremy Silver off to a rough go with only one hit coming against him, but it's 6 walks. Ooh, that one a rough swing and miss. 1-2. Silver looking for that first K. The batter right now, Simperman, the big-time guy here for Chagrin Falls. This next pitch, cut on and missed, and, well, that big-time guy goes down swinging for strikeout number 1, picked up by Jeremy Silver. And that's going to be your first out here in the top of the third. Silver, hopefully, here in the third inning, maybe that can just get things more comfortable. Last 2 ones, we've had runners on third, whether they're scoring or not. It hasn't been exactly the most comfortable situation for any Shaker Heights fan or, of course, Shaker Heights player. That pitch down low. Johnson 0 for 0 to begin things. Well, because he walked in his first time up. Granted, first time through the order was 5 guys walking. Murray, however, he's already gone up twice. He's walked both times. So 6 in total issued by Silver. 2-0 to start things off to Johnson. And this next one going to be cut on and sent over to the right side of the field. Neiman going to be the man to try to bare hand grab it and throw, but he didn't have the ball in his hand when he made the motion over. And so it's going to more than likely go as an infield single for Johnson here with 1 down in the top of the third. 1-1 even score between Chagrin Falls and the home team, your Shaker Heights Red Raiders, in their red look once again today. This pitch going to be up high. Oh, he ruled that a strike, I believe. Never mind. Bit of a late call from him, but unless I'm incorrect, here's the pitch. That one's going to be up high. Let me get the reiteration from this pitch from the home plate umpire here. Oh, but he's not going to give the call. Well, it's 1-1. Yeah, now we're getting the confirmation with 1 down and a runner on first. Here, the throw on to first. Brings Johnson back in safely, head first. Steven 1 for 1 with an RBI single to this point. The one guy who's got a hit so far. That one missing. Silver up to 57 pitches, 58 to be on its way. And that one up high. Well, you got to start wondering who relief would be for Shaker Heights. Not sure who they would bring on. Tyler Zach is available here today. He is in the dugout. Haven't seen him pitch here throughout the regular season. Here's the pickoff throw over to first. Johnson back in safely. 3-1, the count over to Stevens. Again, you're 1 guy with a hit so far for Chagrin Falls. 1 down, here's the 3-1. That one fouled over to the left side, brings us to a countdown. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down here in the top of the third. I don't know what it is, but of course, full counts aren't the most insane thing, but it's kind of bizarre that we always seem to get them with 1 out, because the amount of times we have countdowns in these broadcasts is incredible. This one sent up to Malachi Krantz, who works his way in. Fakes a pump over to third to bring Johnson back closely to his place. And, well, there you go. Malachi Kranz's first out over there at right field. Again, haven't seen him play over there at all here in the regular season, but he'll make it happen. Out there in right. Typically he's over at third or in the middle infield. Other than that, haven't seen him anywhere. This one cut on, sent foul over to the right side. So, Jeremy Silver limiting hits, which is a good thing. But again, it's been a matter of walks. Silver up to 61 pitches already at this point. 62 on its way, and oh, that one missing. I suppose up high. One ball, 1 strike now. Throw over to Hart. Brings him back in safely at first. Or excuse me, Johnson over at first. Hart the batter. He's 0 for 1. And now here going for the steal. is the runner, and here's Sam Luther unable to scoop this one up out of the infield dirt over to the left side. And, well, it's going to be runners at first and second, so the steal doesn't mean much as they're both going to reach. But now with two down, things get a little more tense as one hit puts the Tigers back in the lead. Infield single that time for Chagrin Falls, who they're ruling that they have 4 hits to this point. Well, yeah, Shaker Heights, on the other hand, has us 3 defensive errors for Shaker Heights, and I think that might be more fair. 1-1 the score. This pitch down low. 2-0 goes the count on Chagrin Falls Tenebria. He walked his first time up. Hart off of first. Off of second is Johnson. Jeremy Silver's next offering going to be right down the pipe. 2-1. Top of the third, here we are in a 1-1 ball game. Not a whole lot of hits early on, but it's early. Now, if you're Chagrin Falls, you are saying that there is 4 hits for your squad, but can't imagine that's right because, yeah, Shaker Heights has already had a few defensive lapses. This one cut on, missed. 2-2, even count now. Excuse the kid walking in front of the camera. Our apologies. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 on. A lot of 2s up on the box score, but hopefully he can clean it up here. Here's the pitch. This one cut on, and this one sent over to the left side. It'll drop foul into foul territory. Well, they're going to do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Umpire yells out to the diamond, still 2-2. Indeed, that's the case. And that pitch up high. Work our way full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Jeremy Silver set to deliver pitch number 70. Hart still over at first. Johnson still over at second. And here comes that 2-out payoff pitch. This one cut on line, and Andy Berglund unable to glove this one up. Isaac Lazar unable to barehand it, so he'll have to drop down to the knee and deliver it to the middle infielder while all this chaos happening. Johnson going to score all the way from second, and they reclaim the lead. Andy Berglund continuing to struggle a little bit on the short hops, and again, we see it there. So once again, it's going to be runners at first and second. This one catching on the outside half of the plate. 2-1, Chagrin Falls in the lead here in the top of the third. Perbanik, the new batter, walked his first time up. Silver with 71 pitches now to this point. 72nd to be on its way. The kick, the offering, and that one going to catch. Well, 72 pitches, 32 strikes, so of course 40 of them being ruled as balls. Here, time called by Perbanik. But quick little time as he hops right back in to the right-handed batter's box. The lefty going to deal. And this one going to get away from Coxon. And here's the throw on the third. He's got him by a mile. I don't know what kind of jump Hart had, but my goodness. Yeah, that was easily done there by Michael Coxon. Easy does it over at third. And with the stealing runner caught in the top of the third, they limit the damage to 1 run coming across in the top of the third. We're going to be right back with you for the bottom of the third. Thank you very much for joining. Vaughn Ullum is on the call. Due up here for the Red Raiders. Going to be back to the top of the order in Casey Robinson, Michael Coxon, and Aaron Neiman. Thanks for joining. We're back with you here in the bottom of the third. Shaker Heights down by one once again. Andy Berglund due up, and excuse me, he's actually at the very bottom of the order as Malachi Kranz took over in that sixth spot. For some reason, a game changer, they had that a little messed up. Had Berglund in the seventh spot, and then Malachi Kranz took the seventh spot. I'm not exactly totally sure. But regardless, Andy Berglund's in now as the ninth guy in the order. And here's the next offering to him. This one low. 2-1 to Andy Berglund. Due up behind him is going to be Casey Robinson and Michael Coxon, number 1 and number 2 in the order. 2-1 your score. Chagrin falls on top as they were able to get a run to score off of a single out and left. This one low and away as well. 3-1 goes your count. 2 hits per side. The main difference being Shaker Heights has 3 defensive errors to this point, which has allowed for 1 extra run to come across for the Tigers. This has been a kicker, and also the pitching. We're going to talk about that in a second. This one off the mark. Andy Berglund walks on 5 as he'll head over to first as leadoff man on as we go back to the top of the order. Dangerous man to walk there as we get the call back up. We flip sides of the order. Casey Robinson with a good hit here could honestly tie this up, though he's not exactly in scoring position. This one fouled back into the caging behind home plate. Casey Robinson tried the bunt, won't work out. Robinson 0 for 1 to begin things here. He flew out to left field his first time up. Berglund taking the lead off of first. Nielsen will check the runner at first and now give the deal, and that's going to run in and get him on the front shoulder. First hit by pitch in this one, and Casey Robinson going to take first on 2 pitches. Got him in an 0-1 spot, so he started it off cleanly, but after that, nothing doing. Berglund moves up 90s into scoring position now. Big-time hitters coming up next. Your 2, 3, 4 guys for Shaker are your best hitters. That's Michael Coxon, Aaron Neiman, Braden White. And it's going to be dangerous here. Coming in is the first baseman, Hart, and now here Coxon indeed showing bunt. He'll send it down the third baseline. It'll go foul to the left of the white line. Coxon first time up, he fouled off to the right side of the field. Or excuse me, he flew out to the right side of the field. It was interesting. All the flyouts there in that first inning were opposite field flyouts. All of those outs. It was Casey Robinson, left-handed hitter, flew out to left. Michael Coxon, right-handed hitter, flew out to right. It's just not typically what you see, but it's what we got. And once again, showing bunt, Michael Coxon fouls this one away to the right side. Well, in an 0-2 spot, we'll see how they're going to have Coxon approach this one. With Nielsen up to 37, 38 to be on its way. Aaron Neiman grabbing that past foul ball. 0-2 spot for today's catcher of the Raiders. A bunt would be huge, but now you're not really in position to make that. As now we're going to get an actual delivery off the mark, wide and outside. Berglund standing on second, set to take the lead. Same for Casey Robinson. And indeed, he'll take those couple of steps away. I'm going to do it again on a 2-strike count, but now we have a ball with it. Here in the bottom of the third, 2-1 the score. Chagrin falls in the lead. Here's the pitch. That went in tight. Good take that time for Michael Coxon. As we said, one of the better hitters on this Shaker Heights squad. He's entering in with an average of .308. Of course, as he starts things off 0 for 1, it hasn't improved, but regardless. Kick the pitch. That one inside as well. Ooh, almost got him on the back kneecap. Just missed the mark. Shaker Heights softball taking care of business out there in Euclid now as they extended their lead, and they are now up 9-1. They had a 6-run third inning. And yeah, they're doing just fine. Here's payoff pitch, nobody out. And this one going to be in the dirt. Michael Coxon going to walk. And bases are going to be loaded with nobody out for Aaron Neiman. Now we're going to get a visit from the Chagrin Falls coach out for a mound visit. Bases are loaded when we come back. We're back with you. Aaron Neiman here in a bases loaded, no out spot. Not exactly a pressureful situation. And here he'll take the swing and miss for strike one. Michael Coxon on first, Casey Robinson at second with Andy Berglund over at third. So far, it's been Nielsen with a walk, a hit by pitch, then another walk. But now Aaron Neiman is in an 0-2 spot after a swing and a miss, then a foul over to the right side. 0 for 1 is Aaron Neiman at this point, as he flew out over to the left side of the field. Big time spot for the kid here. And here's the 0-2 pitch. That's up high, eye level to Aaron Neiman. Nielsen up to 44. He has had a rough go here in this third inning, as now he's up to a 24 strikes, 20 ball ratio, which was a lot cleaner earlier on. In this next offering, gonna run in and get Aaron Neiman. So a walk hit by pitch pattern, as they're gonna get a man hit by a pitch to come in to score. And now just like that, we're going to get, it looks like a pitching change for the Chagrin Falls Tigers. Only 45 pitches for 46 pitches for Nielsen, but he's clearly lost it here in the bottom of the third. We'll get that pitching change. Bases will be loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the third, and what is now a tied ball game. 2-2 is your score. Bases loaded here for Braden White with nobody out after the pitching change. First one cut on and sent foul into the right side caging behind home plate. Thanks for tuning in. Vaughn Allum with you here in the bottom of the third. 2-2 even score between the Chagrin Falls Varsity Tigers and the Shaker Heights Varsity Red Raiders. Braden White 1-for-1 with a single to the left side of the field. Had 2 homers yesterday. We'll see if he can maybe replicate a little bit of success here today. That sidearm pitch, ooh, catches the outside half. 0-2 to begin things to today's designated hitter. Nielsen's day is done. Martin, the new guy, and the right-handed pitcher. Oof, nasty movement on that one. Moved its way to the right side of where your camera lies, and yeah, Braden White fooled. So, after a walk hit by pitch, walk and hit by pitch, we are now with your first out here at the bottom of the third after the pitching change. This one cut on, missed by Leo Pevnik. Martin having a much better start to things. I'm looking on the pitching standpoint. Martin hasn't pitched at all for Chagrin Falls. But my goodness, is he right now pitching very well early on. How about that? Let me try to double check that if I can. Henry Myers, excuse me, he's the pitcher. We have it wrong. Henry Myers, your pitcher. And the kick in the pitch from Myers is going to catch on the outside part. Called strike 2. Myers, in that regard, he has actually pitched 11 1/3. Out of that, he is 1-1. He's given up 11 hits and 8 runs, 7 of them earned on 11 walks, but he's countering that with 11 strikeouts. This pitch to Pevnik low and outside. 2-2. Evened it up. 1 out here to Leo Pevnik in the Red Raiders offense. Up behind him would be Malachi Kranz if he gets the chance. Gotta hope something happens out of this. Leo Pevnik skies this one up on the infield over to the second baseman. He'll make the grab over the head. Murray. And with bases loaded, nobody out, we're now to a bases loaded 2-out situation here to Malachi Kranz. Kranz entering in 0-for-1 to begin things. Or excuse me, 1-for-1 to begin things. We'll see what the right-handed hitter can do. Kranz with the single earlier on. 1 of 2 hits for Shaker Heights to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. But oh, that's going to miss the mark by a lot. Had that gotten away from the catcher Newton, that would have scored the go-ahead run for the Red Raiders. It's still Casey Robinson over there at third. Michael Cox and Aaron Neiman on second and first. Kranz today's right fielder looking to try to clean things up and maybe take away some of these runners and bring them in to score. This next one going to miss low and away as well. Well, your second run came in off of a hit by pitch. Your first one for Shaker Heights came in on a sacrifice fly, so Shaker Heights not exactly getting the most fancy runs to come in to score, but they're making it happen. And in a 2-0 spot, we'll see what happens with Malachi Kranz up here with a bases loaded opportunity. This one low and away as well. Kranz telling Casey Robinson with his hand put up to stay over at third, not to advance up to score. 3-0 spot. Can't imagine Kranz will go. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. The 3-0 pitch to be on its way. Here it comes. That gonna catch on the outside half. Just clipped it. 3-1 to Kranz. Myers, Henry Myers, getting set to try and crawl back in to this AB if he can. We'll see how Kranz approaches it now in the 3-1. Bases loaded, 2 away. Here it comes. That one cut on, sent down the first baseline, and it'll go foul. Work it from 3-0 to full. 2 down, 2-2 ball game. Bases are loaded for Shaker Heights. Kranz already 1-for-1 on the day with a single. Myers right now to 13 pitches. 14 is on its way. Kranz hacks at this one, pops this one up. It'll go foul behind us, and ooh, right off the car. Right off the truck behind us. And again, that's why we never understand how anyone parks right behind home plate. Never the smartest move. As we said, that's why there's a sign here at the baseball field in Shaker Heights. 2-2. Your score. And once again, we're going to get a payoff pitch with 2 down, bases loaded, and Kranz sends this one down the line. Foul! It goes. Just barely missed the mark as it went to the left of the third baseline. Kranz going to do it again at a full count with 2 away. That was as close as could be. Again, it's Neiman over at first. It's Coxon at second. Casey Robinson at third. Malachi Kranz with a full count with 2 away. The moments kids dream of. It's a tied ball game. Here it comes. And that one way outside. Good hold from Malachi Kranz. And, well, Shaker Heights, as we said earlier, it's not the most pretty way to score, but they're going to take the lead here as it's now 3-2. Good solid at-bat from Malachi Kranz. Kept the pitcher working up on the mound. Never got out of it. Started things off 3-0. Then it went full. He fouled off a couple, but then was able to draw ball 4 eventually. 3-2 now your score. Shaker Heights in the lead. First pitch to Sam Luther, going to clip on the outside half. Luther in his first 2 plate appearances has reached and this pitch, ooh, almost got him upstairs. Just ducked down the way of that one. Goes 1-1 to an even count to Sam Luther. Luther today's third baseman. Again, typically where you would see a guy like Malachi Kranz or Isaac Lazar, but instead they're both out in the outfield today for Sam Luther to make his way into the lineup. Sam Luther hacks at this one, pops this one foul over to the right side. And see, if someone was parked there, that would have been hit. But luckily not the case, so we're going to do it at a 2-strike spot for Luther. Luther with an RBI.
Let's go, Sam. Be a fighter.
Yeah, Luther was out on a sacrifice fly, so excuse me, I said he reached. That wasn't the case. That one, whoo, he's been calling that, but that one just outside. Off the plate into the right-handed batter's box it went, and that evened it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bases are loaded. Kranz on first. Neiman off of second, and Coxon following suit at third. Here's the 2-2. That one catching on the outside. And Sam Luther goes down looking, but Shaker Heights was able to get 2 to come across there in the bottom of the third. They take the lead. Again, wasn't pretty, but they got the job done. Shaker Heights on top 3-2 as we go into the middle inning. Inning number 4. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We'll be right back with you. We're back with you here, middle inning number 4, here at the Shaker Heights High School baseball field. Sun was peeking out earlier, or I was actually covering here at the Shaker Heights High School campus, that first one catching on the outside half. But now, nothing but overcast above us. Maybe a little bit of blue off to the left of the field. This one cut on, and this one going to be picked up. Oh, Sam Luther struggles to get it. Bergman can't scoop it up either. And that's going to be a defensive error on Shaker Heights to get the leadoff man of the Tigers on here in the top of the 4th. Shaker Heights in the lead now, 3-2 your score. 2 hits per side. No defensive errors so far for Chagrin Falls, but it's been a heck of a lot of walks issued and a hit by pitch, or excuse me, 2 hit by pitches as well for the Chagrin Falls defense and Shaker Heights' batters. Jeremy Silver back to the mound here. Probanik taking his lead off of first. Here a bunt try. Jeremy Silver going to scoop this one up. He won't go for the force at second. He'll go at first and get that first out number 1. But now a runner in scoring position, the tying runner over there at second. Newton will go 0 for 2, though he'll get his job done. Shaker Heights softball back to taking care of business against Euclid. They're up 12-1. Out there in Euclid, this one very well could drop on the weak contact. Picking it up is Leo Pevnik, and the throw on the third just going to be too late as Probanik moves all the way up to third. Number 14, the new batter. Shaker Heights needing to settle things down. Murray, the guy on the hit out to left center. First pitch to the new man, number 14. This one low and away. Nemunitis. Or excuse me, Nemunitis. And here's the pickoff throw over at first. Back in safely is Murray. Head first slide. 3-2 score. Shaker Heights in the lead here in the top of the 4th. Runners at the corners with 1 down. Though last time they were in this kind of position, they were able to get the turn 2 opportunity. This throw off target for Michael Coxon as Murray was able to steal second. He'll advance 90 feet, and now 1 hit can honestly give Chagrin Falls the lead. Again, excuse the kid walking in front of the camera. It's that same kid we saw earlier. Next pitch from Jeremy Silver. That's going to be right down the middle. 2-1 goes your count, 1 down. Silver now up to 80 pitches. Of his 80, it's been 38 going for strikes. This one down low. Coxon keeping it in front of him. Shaker doesn't want to get into the same sort of situation as Chagrin Falls' offense just found themselves in last inning. Don't want to calm it down. But it's not looking exactly the most optimistic situation. This one cut on, fouled back. Got our countdown, as always. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Shaker trying to defend a 1-run lead. Strikeout here would be huge for Jeremy Silver. We'll see if we get it. Here it comes. This one cut on, fouled back. Right in front of your camera into the near side caging. We're going to do it again at that full count with 1 away. Big time position here for the sophomore. Lefty deals. Down low, ball 4. Tough take for Neumonitis. But he'll get it done, and bases will be loaded. We'll see what happens here as head coach Stephen English works his way out to the mound. As we get the mound visit, we're going to step aside for just a couple of moments here. Vaughn Ullum on the call. 3-2 score. Shaker in the lead. Jeremy Silver has bases loaded against him. 84 pitches to this point, 85 to be the first that Simperman sees. Simperman, the number one bat of the Tigers. First pitch to him going to be way up high. Simperman, as we said, is entering into today with a 474 average and 19 runs batted in. He's looking for more here and reach up to 20 or more. But Jeremy Silver starts this count off 2-0. However, Simperman has started off 0 for 2 here today. Here's the pitch. And this one going to be flown out into left center field, getting under it. Isaac Lazar, the throw home. You're going to not able to apply the tag. Didn't exactly get caught by the glove of Michael Coxon either. So they're able to tie it up on a sacrifice fly in the left. And now they're going to appeal the safe call over at third. Now they appeal the out. And there you go. I believe the run should be able to count. We'll get that checked for you, but it'll be a 3-3 score as we enter into the bottom of the fourth. We're halfway through things here at the Shaker Heights High School baseball field. Vaughn Ullum is on the call. A little weird way to end things on the inning, but again, we'll be right back with you. And we are with you here. 8-9-1 due up here for Shaker Heights. Only halfway through this one. We've already gone about an hour and a half here at the game. We're looking at a 3-hour ball game if it keeps up the way it does. But thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call. Shaker Heights in the lead 3-2. What they were appealing over at third was that the runner did not tag off of third. So they got the out there. And, of course, the run did not come across. This one popped foul over to the left side. Crazy little out there in the top of the fourth, but it gets Shaker Heights' offense back up with a lead. And, ooh, that pitch up high. 3-2. Shaker in the lead, looking for their win after back-to-back losses to Medina. First one, a very, very competitive game here at home. Then they were Mercy yesterday. Ooh, that was close. Thought that one was going to run in and get them. It did not. Worked its way in. Just a little break, quite late, but late break. Regardless, still going to be off the mark. And now this one going to be a ball as well. Works it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now to Isaac Lazar. Nobody out here, and he'll line this one out in the center. That one not going to get down. It's going to be a line out to center, as Simperman was able to make the grab. Isaac Lazar with the line out. This pitch in tight on Andy Bergman. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Shaker with the 1-run lead. Looking to extend on that. They started things off 0 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Maybe they can extend it 1 more run. At the rate they're going, it's going to be 3 here in the fourth, though they're not exactly off to the best of starts. Isaac Lazar with a line out to Simperman. Now Andy Bergman in a 1-1 even count. 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Myers with this next pitch low and outside. Henry Myers with now 29, 30 to be delivered in just a moment. And the next pitch to the sophomore. This one's skied up out in a shallow right, and working his way in is Stevens. He'll make the running grab as now the sun trying to peek out from behind the clouds. We're going to get a couple of rays of sunshine covering over the field. Though still a chilly one here. Right now the temperature 55. It ain't like it was yesterday or the day before. That was 70s. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 70s, but we're also supposed to get a heck of a lot of rain. Shaker up by 1 as now we go up to the top of the order. Casey Robinson 0 for 1, but a run scored as he was hit by pitch his last time up. This one sent up over into shallow left, making the grab just off of the infield dirt is Nemunitis. And through 4, Shaker Heights with the lead by 1. We'll be right back with you for the 5th inning. We'll see who comes out to pitch for Shaker Heights. And it's going to be Isaac Lazar out on the mound. Isaac Lazar, your new pitcher in here. First pitch down low. Isaac Lazar entering into today, one of the bigger pitchers in a JV squad. We've seen him pitch the second most out of anybody there. He's worked 10 2/3 right now in the JV season. He's worked an ERA of 4.59. Nothing too bad. That one off the mark. The only guy who's pitched more is Joey Frigoletti. Who's got a great ERA at 4.3. That one missed the mark. 2-2 goes your count. This one's skied up out in the left field. That's got a lot behind it, and this one gonna one hop off the wall. Crashing in is the left fielder, and the throw on to third. Going to work its way near side, and here the throw on to third. They're gonna be able to tag him out. Oh no, they call him safe. Rough call over there at third. And Shaker Heights going to need to eat that one up as they're going to advance up to third. As now they're talking to the outfielders as Jeremy Silver is now over out and left. Perhaps just making sure all is well after the crash into the padded wall. We're going to step aside for just a moment as we get things cleared. We'll be right back. Vaughn Ullum on the call. Runner at third, nobody out. Here in the top of the fifth, 3-2 ball game. Shaker in the lead. First pitch to the new batter, Hopkins. Hopkins, a pinch hitter here for Hart, who went 0 for 2 in his first two. New pitch from Lazar, getting a swing and a miss out of Hopkins. So Stevens, who seemed to be out by a decent amount, is over there at third because, well, apparently he went under the slide there. Good late breakout. Isaac Lazar will get strike two. But due to that, Sam Luther got a little bit hurt on the slide in. So now he's out of the ball game. O'Shea Howard playing third, a position that we haven't seen in a while, played by O'Shea Howard. Not sure if we've ever seen that. That one fouled over to the left side. Not sure if we've ever seen O'Shea Howard over at third, but we'll see how he does. Isaac Lazar with his 10th popped up. And this one in foul territory over to the left side. O'Shea Howard trying to make the grab, and it'll drop into foul territory. But now they're ruling interference by the third base coach. Now the third base coach arguing the call, and he is not happy whatsoever. He's saying he was completely out of the way. The umpire saying nuh-uh. This one becoming a little bit of a yelling match. Right now, umpire asking where would the umpire like him to go. And yeah, he is. He is not taking this for an answer. Telling him to calm down. I know, umpire. Umpire. Now getting heckled by the fans. And yeah, now they're getting a new third base coach. Now home plate umpire eventually making his way back in. I didn't exactly see it. I didn't exactly see the play. And so, will be a runner over at third as Stevens is still placed, who, to be fair, he should be out. So maybe a little bit of generosity back for Shaker. A swing and a miss from number 19. Or excuse me, not number 19. This is a different bet now. And that one going to be in tight. Number 19 is Hopkins. He is still up. Or excuse me, no, now it's Tenebria. And this next offering going to catch on the outside half. Good pitch out of the freshman, Isaac Luzar. Don't see a lot of freshmen get the opportunity to pitch out here at the varsity level, but he's getting the chance, and he's not going to try to let this one go on by. And here the swing and miss, foul tipped into the glove of Michael Coxon. And Tenebria goes down, swinging. Oh, excuse me. Wait, now this is Tenebria. Man, O'Shea Howard was working game changer, but now he's over a third. I don't even know who's on it. It's got to be Tyler Zach. I don't know. I'm going to blame him. And now this one cut on, sent over to the third baseman. O'Shea Howard throw across the diamond. It'll be in time. Isaac Lazar, first inning pitched at the varsity level. He'll throw up a 0 here on the top of the fifth. Vaughn Ullum on the call. And, man, the coach still frustrated as we're going to show you a little bit of that here between the top and the bottom of inning number 5. We'll let you know if this escalates at all. But thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum is on the call. We'll be right back with you. First pitch to Michael Coxon, low and outside for ball one. And, well, Chagrin Falls not happy about that previous call, the interference call of the third base coach of Chagrin Falls. That pitch up high on Michael Coxon. 2-0 goes his count. But, man, as it goes on, regardless, he pitched a gem out there for his only inning pitch so far on varsity. You can imagine he'll come back in relief up in the top of the sixth, because why not? He did very well. This one down low. Michael Coxon in a 3-0 spot. Scoreboard not updating. That I can blame Quinn Malone and Wesley Lewis on, as right now, however, they seem to all be gathered around the scoreboard generator, trying to figure it out in the dugout. Michael Coxon in a 3-0 spot. Eventually, we're going to get the offering. Oh, my bad. Still had the camera off-centered. And here, Michael Coxon going to book it over to first for not really a reason at all, but why not? Shows the hustle. And he'll be on over at first on a 4-pitch walk. Aaron Neiman stepping in now. Today's second baseman for the Red Raiders. Bottom of the fifth, Shaker Heights trying to extend that lead if they can. And with Michael Coxon as the leadoff man on, it's a good time for Shaker to do just that. Aaron Neiman is 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. Coxon taking that lead off of first once more. And this next offering going to be catching up high. Scoreboard's still not working, and whoever on Game Changer isn't exactly doing the best of work either. Now, oh, this is the thing. Now Tyler Zach is on both of them. So I'll be blaming him for everything now. And they're called. Strike three. Got him on an inside. Good pitch location there from Henry Myers for out number one. Braden White with a big swing here as he steps in to the right-handed batter's box. Shaker Heights softball got the job done out in Euclid. They finished up their game 16-2. Was your final there in 5 innings. Michael Coxon extending that lead. Ooh, that one almost ran in. Got him on the front shoulder blade. Luckily, it just missed him. Braden White 1 for 2 with a single that went in a shallow left. Braden White with a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Johnson. So eventually Michael Coxon is... Oh, he it's to take second, I suppose. And so, yeah, for the moment, they're letting Michael Coxon stay at second after the foul tip. I don't exactly know why, and now Chagrin Falls' coach that came in earlier, now he's talking to the umpire. One ball, one strike. There's a foul tip. Not exactly sure why he remains at second, but regardless, we play on. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here for Braden White with a runner on second being Michael Coxon. The kick and the pitch, that one cut on, sent right through the gap where he put it earlier. Michael Coxon going around third, but stay put. As Braden White will go 2 for 3 now with 2 singles. Some big-time hits out of Braden White this season. It's now Leo Pevnik comes in to hit. 0 for 2 so far. Here, catcher saying a couple of words to the pitcher Myers, but now it looks like we're back to it. White over at first. Coxon taking his lead off of third. Runners at the corners with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Shaker with a great opportunity to extend that lead. And here Leo Pevnik holds back on the bunt attempt. And we'll see what happens here on a 1-0 opportunity. Kranz would be up next, assuming he gets the chance. Only way that it wouldn't is on a double play. This one popped up. This one coming foul behind home plate. Making the grab is Johnson for out number 2.
Let's go, Kranz.
So Malachi Kranz is going to be up, as we said. Your number 6 guy in the order, 7 guy in the order. I'm really not sure because of Game Changer anymore. There's just a bunch of names all kind of jumbled together out there on the order, and they're not exactly in order either. So anyway, Malachi Kranz going to be your batter with runners at the corners and now 2 down. Here's the pitch. Cut on, missed. And here, that's going to be runner's interference on Malachi Kranz, 100%. And yeah, I don't know how that's not batter's interference. I don't know how that isn't batter's interference, to be totally fair with you. Malachi Kranz fully took the swing, worked into the home plate, and they're not getting the call for batter's interference. I truly don't know how that isn't batter's interference, to be fair. But regardless, we stand back. 2 runners in scoring position now for Shaker. Malachi Kranz with an 0-1 count to his name. 2 down, big opportunity to try and just get something done. Extend that lead. Here's the pitch. This one down low. Staying put. Here is both Michael Coxon and Braden White, your 2 catchers here on the varsity squad. Sometimes Isaac Lazar can come in at that position as well, but not here. Braden White also your designated hitter in today's game. Michael Coxon, actually the man behind the dish. Malachi Kranz sends this one down the third baseline, foul. He's had a couple of those that he's sent down the third baseline and RBI opportunities. He just hasn't been able to hook it over to the right of third base itself. And so once again, 2-strike spot here for Malachi Kranz. 1 for 1 is Kranz, with a single and a walk as well. Here's that one too. That one had great movement, but not getting fooled is number 15. Kranz staying put in the right-handed batter's box, not taking the hack, and worked it even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. White off of second, Coxon off of third. Kranz in the bottom of the 5th will leave this one be as well. That one off the mark. Outside, Kranz holds once more. Behind him would be O'Shea Howard. We'll see if he gets the opportunity. It's going to be a full count with 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. In a 3-2 ball game, here's the payoff pitch. Malachi Kranz takes the hack at this one. This is going to find that little gap. And the throw on to first is going to be in time. Good throw that time. And here in the bottom of the 5th, both teams go scoreless. So that's 2 innings now that both teams go scoreless. Not exactly the highest scoring affair. It's only 3-2. Shaker Heights is in the lead as we go into the top of the 6th. Isaac Lazar going to continue on the mound. 3-2 score here in the top of inning number 6. Isaac Lazar back out to the mound. He'll grab a swing and miss. Out of the batter, number 5, Perbanik. Perbanik, Johnson, and Murray. The 3-2 up. That one right in there as well. Man, Isaac Lazar throwing some good baseballs up over the plate right now. Has him in an 0-2 hole. And Perbanik has to crawl out of this space. Here it comes. That one going to be up high. Try to get him with some upstairs stuff that time, but just too high. And now this next offering. Cut on and missed. 4-pitch K issued by Isaac Lazar. And once again, he's cooking right back out there on the mound. If he makes a good run out here today in relief, he could argue that he should be pitching more often. And right now it's making sense if that were to be the case. Though granted, though he does pitch in JV, if this is the case, then that's got to be the matter. 74 mile per hour right now. There, that one in. Once again, Isaac Lazar cooking with gas out there on the mound right now. He's working with 24 pitches, 14 of them hitting the zone, 10 of them missing the mark. There, a swing and a miss, foul tipped. Oh, yeah, foul tipped into the glove of Michael Coxon. So how about this, right? Clean stuff right now from the freshman. If he could get back-to-back Ks, that'd be a big deal. This one, however, going to miss the mark. Go into the near side caging behind home plate. 77 that time. Got Wesley Lewis behind home plate. Yeah. Measuring the speed. This one out in the center. Leo Pevnik trying to make the diving catch, unable to grab it. Here, rounding first is Perbanik. And now he'll head back in, or excuse me, Johnson, and now he'll head back in over at first. Double play ball will be in order.
Let's shoot 2, boys.
Big effort there from Leo Pevnik. He just wasn't able to make it happen. Now number 2, Murray, back up. Here, the throw on the first. He's safe. Johnson. Michael Coxon, man, he has been just throwing absolute darts back there behind home plate. No different. All right, now Murray's 1 for 1 with a run and 2 walks. So he's had himself a day out there. We'll see if that resumes. 2-0 count to him, though. And this next one going to miss the mark as well. 3-0.
Go get this.
And here's the offering. This one up high. 4-pitch walk issued over to Murray, and that makes him 1 for 1 with 3 walks now on the day. He has been a patient kid, and, well, the leadoff man always tries to get on. Today he's got on 4 out of 4 times. Namianitis 0 for 1, however. He's got 2 walks as well, top of the order. As well, the first 2 guys have walked 5 times. There's been 8 in total throughout the game, issued by both Silver and Lazar. This one sent out in the center. That's going to be caught. And now the throw back over to second. Even able to slap it down before it gets away from him. 2 down now. That's a big time out there. Good hustle from Leo Pevnik. He was in a little bit of a shift off to the left side. Made it happen. Excuse Mia, the Robinson's dog behind us. Trying to make some noise here for the Shaker Heights squad. Here's first pitch to the new batter, Simperman. Simperman is entering into today a .474 average, which is just great no matter where you're playing, professionals, high school, whatever. But he is the big bat for Shaker Heights, or for Chagrin Falls. But today he's 0 for 3. Shaker Heights has silenced him for the most part. This one fouled back into the caging bound on plate. My goodness, absolute yelping match between the dogs behind me. Our apologies. Man, they are making some noise, but maybe it'll help get the batters off track. This one's skied up. Out in the right field, trying to get the read on it, but instead calling him off. Leo Pevnik calls off Kranz, makes the grab for out number 3. So again, zeros thrown up for the last 2.5. We'll see if that remains for the bottom of the 6th or if Shaker can extend that lead from 1. Grab some insurance.
Go.
3-2, your score. O'Shea Howard to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chagrin falls only with 3 more outs to work with, but with the way Isaac Lazar's been pitching, that's going to go by in a jiff. This one, low and outside, taken by O'Shea Howard. Due up behind Howard would be Isaac Lazar, and then that should be Casey Robinson behind him. One ball, no strikes to O'Shea Howard. That one eye level to him. O'Shea Howard, number 1 on the back of his jersey. I think he's looking for a big time hit here today. He's really been struggling at the plate so far. He is 105 with now 2 hits. Try to make it 3 here, but that one just going to find the right fielder.
His actual car. Amy. That he bought last summer. Amy. No. I'm not allowed to. He doesn't want me to.
So on the 2-0 pitch, O'Shea Howard had the green light, sends it out in the right to Stevens, and that's out number 1. Isaac Lazar now up to the plate, 0 for 2 to begin things here today. One of few guys that haven't gotten on just yet, but Isaac Lazar lines one right into the glove of the second baseman Murray with the grab. And so 2 quick outs here on 4 pitches. So, excuse me, Casey Robinson wasn't due up. Those were 7, 8, 9. Here, Andy Berglund is 9. He's 0 for 1. He starting shortstop here today. And that one going to miss the mark for ball 1. 3-2, your score. Doesn't look like Shaker Heights will get any more insurance as we go into the final inning, inning number 7. Though they have the lead which is already decent enough. This one going to catch up against Andy Berglund. Berglund entering in with a 357 average. Only behind guys like Braden White and Casey Robinson. This one's skied up. And this one not going to drop. Right fielder Stevens under it once again. 3 quick outs. 1, 2, 3. Go the Red Raiders. And so it's up to the Shaker Heights defense and Isaac Lazar's pitching to try and close them down. Shaker Heights up by 1 as we go into the final inning number 7. We'll see what goes down. Vaughn Ullum on the call. Be right back with you. Hmm? 3-2 your score. Isaac Lazar back in to pitch this one in tight, backing up the Chagrin Falls batter. Right now, Shaker only up by 1. Couldn't get any insurance in that last half inning. Next pitch from Lazar going to be way off target as well. Michael Coxon letting it stay in front of him, however. 2-0 spot here. One swing of the bat and it's tied, though. Isaac Lazar going to try to act as the Emmanuel Classe, though maybe not Classe this season. Johnson, 2 for 2 on the day. This one in tight. That was a good pitch. Just missed inside on Johnson. Worked at 3-0. And now that 3-0 going to be laid right down the pipe. So 3-1 goes the count. Johnson right here, your third baseman in today's game. This one he's going to get called for strike 2. And the Chagrin Falls fans, once again, not liking it. Can't say it's too surprising. Pitch number 6 of the AB to arrive in just a second here. Worked it from 3-0 to full. Here it comes. That are a good pitch. This one's going to be skied up into deep infield dirt where Aaron Neiman gets under it, makes the grab for out number 1. Big time out there for Isaac Lazar. Worked it back from 3-0. 3 straight balls, but then got the 3 straight strikes. Didn't strike him out, but got the pop out over into the second baseman, Aaron Neiman. With that, Isaac Lazar's next pitch to the new batter. Going to miss the mark. So we've had a couple defensive changes with Isaac Lazar coming out of this one and O'Shea Howard coming in after Sam Luther getting a little banged up. This one sent Isaac Lazar with a good scoop and off of the mound. Able to grab it, send it right over to Casey Robinson at first. And Chagrin Falls is down to their last out. Shaker Heights up 3-2. This would be a big timeout for the Red Raiders to go ahead and grab, though. It's not over in a 1-run ball game. When you're down to your last out, one swing of the bat, and bam. Calabrese here going to send this one over to the third base side. Howard unable to glove it up, and he will be on with a 1-pitch single over at first. This one's not over yet. So there you go. Calabrese on at first. Big opportunity here for Joey Tenebria. 1 for 2 on the day. And here I'll take a swing at this one. O'Shea Howard going to go with the throw across the diamond. Casey Robinson goes off the bag. He'll try to tag him, but they rule him as safe over there at first. That's what I'm telling you. Even though you're down to your final out in a one-run game, it's not over. O'Shea Howard, of course, out of position over there at third. First time we've ever seen him play third. And with Sam Luther out of this one, he's getting the reps, and right now all the ball's coming to him. Here we're getting time called by the batter. Number 5, Dylan Probanik, the freshman in. Now they're getting a pinch runner out at second. Calabrese coming in. And now it looks like Quinn is going to be that new runner. Robbie Quinn. Aboard at second. Tenebria, the go-ahead run over at first. First pitch of the new AB. That one up high. Michael Coxon needing to jump up and grab that one. Top of the 7th, 2 on. Chagrin falls down 3-2. Shaker Heights looking for that big-time win. This one low and away. Coxon able to keep it in front of him. Had that one gotten away, it would have been runners at second and third with 2 away. Isaac Lazar up at 48 pitches, nearing the half-century mark. And here's the offering. That one got a catch on the outside half. Good pitch that time. Probanik, as we said, 1 for 2 here today. Looking at a walk and a strikeout to his name. Big time stuff here. Here's the 2-1. That one low. 3-1. Tried to get him with something down low. And 1 ball away from this one being loaded. Big time pitch coming up. Either works at full or a walk or in play. Here it comes. That one catching on the outside half, and the batter, Probanik, knew it too. Had him stone cold frozen out in the right-handed batter's box, and this is going to be a big pitch out of Isaac Lazar here. Freshman trying to call game. Probanik, the freshman as well. Freshman battle right here. Who's going to win it on a full count, 2 out? Runner on second opportunity. 1-run ball game. Here's the pitch. That one just down low. Ball 4. Walked him loaded. Started it off cleanly, but after that, bases become loaded, and now we're getting the mound visit. Head coach Stephen English jogging out to the mound. We're going to get the infield in, and Michael Coxon joining as well. Not any other substitution in relief, really. As Tyler Zach not going to come into this one. Jeremy Silver's already pitched. And Quinn Malone set to start on Friday. Of course, that is if Friday's weather is going to stay put and hold off out in Perry, Ohio. Then we will see Quinn Malone, but if not, then we can imagine he'll pitch soon. Here, Isaac Lazar. Bases loaded, 2 down. Johnson, 1 for 1, takes this pitch in tight for strike 1. Quinn off of third. It's going to be Tenebria, the go-ahead run off second. Probanik off of first. Bases are loaded. Shaker with a 1-run lead. 0-1 pitch. Cut on and missed. So now it's the Tigers down to their last strike here in the top of the 7th. Isaac Lazar trying to close the door and give Shaker their 5th win of the season. Right now 4-10. Looking at 5-10. Isaac Lazar, the right-handed dealer with the kick, the pitch. Got him swinging down low. And here's the drop third strike throw to first. Got him. Shaker Heights taking home the W here. Got quite tense there in the final moments, but Isaac Lazar, the freshman, able to get it done out here in his varsity pitching debut. Shaker Heights taking the win 3-2. They didn't get a whole lot of base knocks, only about 3. While Chagrin Falls was able to get a couple more, but Shaker Heights was still able to get the runs where it mattered, and some of them were a little ugly. Like, they didn't get the fanciest of runs to come across. They weren't big RBI knocks. They were walks to come in, and then they were sacrifice flies out in the right field. But with that, we are set to sign off. Chagrin Falls is going to fall to 8-10, while Shaker Heights moves into a little better position at 5-10. They're going to look to increase that to 6-10 if they can on Friday against Perry in Perry, Ohio. The Pirates set to take on the Red Raiders if, again, the weather holds off on Friday. It's going to be a 7 o'clock first pitch. You can assume Perry has lights out there in Perry, Ohio. Hopefully that's the case. If not, it's going to be a very dark game. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum is on the call. We'll be back with you on Friday, hopefully.